Hey everybody, what's going on? I hope everyone enjoyed the last regular season week of the Premiership last week. Yeah, welcome to the preview show for the Gallagher Premiership Semi Finals. Both games this weekend fascinating for me, for different reasons, but yeah, I think we've got some really interesting matchups. I really think that we could have a combination of any four of these teams. Yeah, I'll get into it in the individual games. So, without further ado, let's get cracking. So, I've been looking at some interesting things for Northampton Saracens. I think probably the first thing that's really striking to me is that Saracens have kind of been like sneaky average, other than a very good win against London Irish. Their record has been, for the last few games, kind of at like 500. They're only winning like half their games. A lot of the games since their quarterfinal, I think it was quarterfinal for the Heineken Cup, they've actually not played their full starters for like quite a while. And, you know, people would think they're coming into this game against Northampton as heavy favourites, but I mean, hang on, let me check the odds. I'm going to check the odds. Give me a second. Let's have a look at the odds before I start putting my foot in my mouth. Odds for Saracens win at the moment are 2 for 9. I'm looking on Betway for that at the moment currently. And like, I don't think that's for sure. First of all, as I said, I've talked about.
What are you talking about?
As I've said, I've talked about the form that Saracens are currently in. They're currently at 500 and they're not playing their starters regularly in the last few matchups. And on top of that, against Northampton, they're 50-50 and both games close, right? The last matchup, even though, yes, it was at Franklin's Gardens, they lost. So I don't know. I don't think this is for certain at all. Northampton can get a sniff of it and they can really crack into this. I'd be really interested to see what the teams look like when they come out. Saracens are going to be looking for basically like a bounce back of form. You know, they probably had an internal word in their camp saying, we're not going to play all the starters every single game, we want to rest them up for the games that are important. That's kind of been the game plan since the quarterfinals, of the Heineken Cup, which, like, I mean, dude, that was a long time ago. We're talking 9th of April, like a month ago. So you've had a month without like your full starting team. I mean, I'm just going to check this, but the one time they played against London Irish... Oh, no, okay. So the team that played against London Irish, that's my bad, is pretty much the starting team. And yeah, I mean, they won comfortably. I don't know, though. One game where you have your starting team playing in a month fills me with nerves, man. I mean, I understand it's probably a smart decision to rest your starters and have them ready for the games that are important, but you know, if they come out looking clunky, Northampton taking advantage and they win this game, you know it's going to be talked about. You know that the lack of picking their players regularly to start into the end of the season will probably play into the post-game analysis. But then again, you know, you look at the flip side, and if they did play their stars and someone got injured, yeah, I don't know. They're 50-50 in terms of wins against each other this year, with Northampton having the most recent win. However, I will say I think Saracens are going to win it, but I think it'll be closer than the odds indicate. So I think it's going to be 41-35. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game as well. I think both teams will want to come out and play. Their matchups previously this year have also been high-scoring. So, yeah, that's my prediction. Yeah, on to the next game. Next game. Homer game for me. Well, not at home, but Homer. Leicester Tigers versus Sale. Now, I didn't kind of do the same research in looking in the past games of this season. One, because they're incredibly painful to look at. And two, I feel like Leicester have been a different team since we've had Andre Pollard starting for us at 10. Like, before Andre Pollard was solidly at 10, I think that I think we were a little bit lost in direction. We needed a fly half like Pollard, who's going to control the game very well, kick well, and just be solid, just to kind of direct the entire team. Previously, before Pollard was a starting fly half, I'd say we'd be lucky to make the playoffs. After Pollard has been starting, it's all to play for. He galvanises the team and really pushes them in the right direction. I think that Leicester have played a lot of their starters over the last 2 weeks, even though they knew they were out of the Heineken Cup, etc. I think they'll be coming in with momentum from last week, even though, yes, it was a loss. I think they played incredibly well. But, I mean, for me, Sale just all across the park are a better team. I think you can pick apart the positions and really, each one of them, Sale has the better player. The exception, maybe, I mean, it's too close to call, but I'm looking through the pack, and in my head, the pack, I think, sits like Sale, right? The only one that could really compete for me is Jasper Wiese, because I think that's where Leicester have the advantage compared to Sale. I think that he's a better rate. Tommy Rafael is competitive with Ben or Tom Curry, who are the players at open side, but that's close and marginal. I don't think you could easily say that, oh yeah, Tommy Rafael's better. I don't think he is. I think they're both great players. Going through the back line, scrum half is probably a bit even. Fly half, Andre Pollard, George Ford, even. Inside centre, Manitou Alangi, better than Dan Kelly, unfortunately, for Leicester. Guy Porter against, who's the outside centre dude? Outside centre for Sale. Outside centre for Sale. When I put that in, that was it was like an outside centre for Sale. Some kind of outdoor area. Outside centre for Sale.
This bad boy.
Let's have a look at the last game for Sale. Oh, they've got really kind of, bougie pictures of them, all action photos. And then they've got gone fishing, making a brew. That's cute. Oh, frick. And they got John O'Ross at number 8. You see, he's not too far off Jasper Wiese in all reality, is he? Oh, Rob Dupree, of course. And Rob Dupree is very good. I'd say he's arguably as good as Guy Porter, to be fair. I think where we haven't beat is the back line. Obviously, Chris Ashton's appeal, which I don't think is going to be successful, is pending. But even without that, you got Anthony Watson, Harry Potter, I think is great. I think he's underrated, and Freddie Stewart in the back as well. So yeah, I mean, the rest of it, I think, is they just have a better team, Sale, in my opinion, and they're playing at home. My hopes are low for winning. Obviously, I'll be watching the game. I'll be, living on the edge of my seat, but I don't know, I think Sale takes this one. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring affair either. Both these teams are going to want to bash the living daylights out of each other. Big physical dudes. Sale 21, Leicester 15. We'll go with that. Which means that I think that it's going to be, Sale Saracens final. Yeah, I mean, as I said, though, any one of these teams could win it this weekend. I think Northampton have properly been disrespected by the odds, especially seeing as they've won their most recent game against Saracens. Yes, was away, fine, whatever. But I think they got a real chance to win it. I think Northampton have more of a chance to beat Saracens than we do, Leicester do, impartiality coming in, than Leicester do to beat Bath. To beat Sale, who Leicester do to beat Sale. I just feel like the reason for that is Saracens' form has been poor. Northampton could take advantage of that, but Sale just looks strong every single time I play them. Every single time Sale play, they look strong. Hopefully they prove me wrong. Would love to see Leicester in a final against either Northampton or Saracens, because I think Leicester could beat, more likely to beat Saracens Northampton than they are Sale. I think Sale, a bit of a powerhouse. I think they're going to beat Leicester. But hey, wherever you are this weekend, whoever you're supporting, Hope you enjoy yourself. I'll enjoy the Saturday, probably won't enjoy the Sunday. And I'll see you for the review show.